Hello, today I'm going to be explaining the Pequod Captain Ishmael identity because A, it won the vote, and B, it's my favorite identity in the entire game for my favorite character in the entire game. So yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with this. Yeah! So her skill 1 is just a very basic skill 1 with 2 coins and also being able to inflict 2 bleed on the second attack. But its whole effect is that it will apply 2 defense level up to the 2 allies that are right next to her. And what else it does is when it's used, it'll take the leftmost skill of the ally with the highest HP and it will give them aggro to close to the number of the highest resin on play. And if the A resin was 4 or higher, it would also give protection to said ally when they get aggro, making them take less damage. So for her second skill, what it will do is it'll inflict bleed and burn. And also, like the first one, the 2 allies adjacent to her will gain 3 offense level up, and then every resin of the highest resin will give a chance that Ishmael will take the unit on the immediate right of her to use assist attack. And what that does is they will use an unopposed skill 1 attack that will not mess with their skill list. So it's actually really nice for that little bit of extra damage. And also if it's at the 4 plus highest resin, it will give 2 damage up to this ally. However, if the resin was a pride resin instead, it'll also apply 2 pride level up to that ally as well. Alright, so this Ishmael skill 3 is actually really nice. So first off, it'll do more damage based on the target's missing HP, dealing more per 1% HP with the max of 30% extra damage. She'll gain an extra coin power for every 5 bleed on a target with a max of 2. If she were to stagger or defeat an enemy, allies with the lowest sanity will gain back 10 sanity and will also gain 2 poise and 4 poise count. This is with a 4 times max, and the number of allies that can be healed is 4. And she will also inflict bleed count, and burn with this attack. So it is just a pretty nice generic attack with some fun stuff tied to it. So quite literally, her defense skill is just extremely basic, and its extra effect is that it heals 5 sanity for the 2 allies right next to her. So yeah. So now onto her passives. Her combat passives are: if the enemy she is fighting is a quote lake entity, she'll deal an extra 10% damage. Then her other combat passive is that after she does an attack, she'll gain 4 poise, 2 poise count, and then overheated gas harpoon on the very next turn, which that just makes her attack inflicts burn. After this initial attack, it'll also heal 2 other allies with the lowest SP. They will gain 7 SP and also gain 4 poise, but no poise count. And then if some of her if said allies are from the Pequod, they'll heal an additional 5 SP. And then, at least once per turn, they'll get 1 Pierce power up next turn. And then her other passive, her support passive, after an attack, the ally with the highest SP will gain 2 poise and 2 poise count when the target is defeated after the unit's attack. So yeah, that's the Pequod Ishmael. Personally, I find it really good. Then again, this is my favorite ID in the entire game, so I am a bit biased. But I'd say this one's pretty good, especially with the assist attack and the buffs. However, she's not good for bleed and burn, and her poise is kind of meh. But otherwise, she's actually pretty nice, so I would recommend getting her. But she may not be your choice just because she is also a bit weak on the HP side. But besides that, she's actually pretty nice.